Hello, everybody. Thought I'd do a tribute video to Rick Hurst, who played Cletus Hogg in the Dukes of Hazzard. Rick was a really good friend of mine, and we have worked together for so many years, as I have a lot of the cast of Dukes of Hazzard, or all of the cast of Dukes of Hazzard. But here's a picture from Rick riding in the General Lee with me that he autographed for Kenneth Wayne. Great ride, great guy, Rick Hurst, Cletus. That was 9 of 16. And then here, I own Hazard Life as well, and Rick is holding one of my Hazard Life shirts after all the cast members had autographed it, and Rick had autographed it as well. The Toucan, Happy Homecoming, 2011, Rick Hurst, Cletus. Here, we was working an event. I was hard to be there, Rick, and his son Ryan was all hard to be there. But Ryan Hurst, a lot of people did not know, was Rick Hurst's son. Ryan played in Remember the Titans, Sons of Anarchy, and a lot of other movies and TV shows as well. Ryan is a great guy, just like his dad, Rick. We used to do a thing every year here where we'd go from Cooters in Nashville to Cooters in Gatlinburg. And it's called Hazard Run, and I'd lead that every year with as many Dukes of Hazzard vehicles as we could get together. And normally I'd take a different cast member with me every year on that. But lately that has been moved to Virginia, and they do the Hazard Run up there now, just around Cooters in Virginia. But here is another picture from the Hazard Run. And like I said, I would take different cast members with me to ride along in the General Lee with me, and they'd talk on the CBs to everybody else along the way. You know, everybody's got CBs in their vehicles, so the cast member could talk to everybody along the ride, and it just made the ride go by so much faster, and it was so much fun. Here's a photo of me and Rick from an event that I was putting on. A lot of my events, I would have Rick Hurst there. And me and Rick, we just hit it off, just like me and Sonny Schroyer and a lot of other cast members did. But Rick would come in, do the events for me. Right here to the left is me, with my arm around Rick Hurst, Cletus Hogg. Next to him is Sonny Schroyer, Enos, Bob Scott, and then Don Pedro Cully. Don Pedro Cully played Sheriff Little in the Dukes of Hazzard. And Patrick Deckard standing on the right. There's me and Rick at one of the other events there. I think that could have been a Hazard Run as well. Here's another event that I put on that I had Rick Hurst there. Here's a picture from another event we was working, and a friend of mine had gave me a lunchbox, Dukes of Hazzard lunchbox, to get Rick to autograph it. And he was just so tickled that I brought that lunchbox to get him to autograph for somebody. And there he's holding the lunchbox where you can see his autograph on it. To the left is Chris Hensel, which played the character Jeb Stuart Duke on the Dukes of Hazzard on an episode called Along Came a Duke. And here I'd brought Rick Hurst, Cletus Hogg, over to autograph the back fender of the motorcycle here that belonged to Chris Hensel, Jeb Stuart Duke. There's a photo of Rick Hurst riding on a Hazard Run with me in my General Lee. There's another photo of Rick Hurst riding in my General Lee. You can see the grin on his face there from the side profile. Riding in the General Lee with me there, he's turned around and giving me that old Rick Hurst smile. He was such a great guy. But I just thought I would do this video in remembrance of my good friend, Rick Hurst. Hope everybody has a great day, and I'll be back again real soon, guys.